you ever heard the story, not of how King Leonidas died at Thermopylae, but of the choice he made before that battle? A choice that might have changed the fate of the entire world. Most people remember him as the warrior who stood with 300 Spartans against the Persian Empire. But few know that Leonidas was never meant to be king. As a child in Sparta's brutal training system, he was considered weak, unremarkable. The other boys outpaced him in strength and speed. And yet, Leonidas possessed something far more dangerous: patience, discipline, and an unshakable will. One night, while still young, he visited the Oracle of Delphi. The priestess looked into the smoke, into the flames, and whispered words that would haunt him for the rest of his life. Sparta will survive only if her king dies for her. Years passed, and that prophecy lay buried in Leonidas's mind, until the day the messengers came, bearing news that shook all of Greece. Xerxes, the great king of Persia, was marching west, with an army so vast that ancient writers claimed it drank rivers dry. Greek cities panicked. Some surrendered, others prepared to flee. But Leonidas faced an impossible decision. If he led all of Sparta's army to war, the city would be left unguarded, vulnerable to surprise attacks. If he refused to fight, Greece would fall without resistance. There was only one other option: to take a small band of warriors and buy the world a little more time. And so Leonidas chose 300 men. Not the strongest, not the richest rear, but those who already had sons to carry their names, fathers who had something to leave behind. They marched north, knowing they would not return. At Thermopylae, the hot gates, the narrow pass between mountain and sea, Leonidas made his stand. For 3 days, his Spartans, alongside a few thousand allies, cut down wave after wave of Persians. They fought in the dust, in the heat, in the shadow of Xerxes' endless host. And though betrayal finally doomed them, their sacrifice lit a fire across Greece. Because of Leonidas, the cities united. Because of Leonidas, Xerxes' advance slowed. Because of Leonidas, the story of freedom, the idea that men could fight not as slaves but as citizens, survived. But here's the question no one can answer. Did Leonidas go to Thermopylae only out of duty to Greece? Or did he go because he remembered the oracle's words? Did he march knowingly into death to fulfill a prophecy? Or did he create the prophecy himself by choosing death? History remembers him as a hero. But what if his choice was not courage but destiny? Now I ask you, do you believe Leonidas shaped his fate with his own hands? Or was he just a man trapped by prophecy, walking a path that had already been written?